So there's a town in Australia where people looked at the desert, realized it was hot as absolute balls, and said, you know what? Fuck the surface, we're going underground. And fair enough. This is Coober Pedy, a tiny mining town in South Australian Outback where a huge part of life happens underground. Homes, hotels, churches, bars, shops. You can literally vacation here and sleep inside the earth like a well funded mole person. And obviously, I need to know why the hell everybody's living in holes. So I looked it up. Turns out, Coober Pedy is one of the world's most famous opal mining towns. Opal was discovered here in 1915, and people started arriving hoping to strike it rich, which sounds exciting until you realize they arrived in the Australian outback, where summer temperatures can climb above 110 degrees Fahrenheit, and there aren't exactly a lot of shade trees. Even the trees looked around and said, nah, I'm good. So miners started living inside the holes and tunnels they were already digging, and accidentally discovered something brilliant. While outside is trying to cook you like a rotisserie chicken, underground temperatures stay much more comfortable year round. So people kept doing it. Today, these underground homes are called dugouts, and they're super nice. Bedrooms carved into rock, kitchens, living rooms, electricity, plumbing. Meanwhile, I can't get one closet in my house organized because I have ADHD and I hop from one thing to another, but that's a whole other issue. And then they took this idea completely off the rails. There's an underground Serbian Orthodox church carved into the sandstone. There's the catacomb church. There are underground hotels where you can actually stay. And there's even an underground bar because Australians reached the center of the earth and said, okay, but where are we drinking at? But Coober Pedy gets even weirder above ground. The landscape surrounding town is covered with thousands of piles of dirt from decades of opal mining. It looks like somebody released an army of gigantic gophers, and there are abandoned mine shafts around the area, which is why you really shouldn't just wander wherever the hell you want. Imagine surviving the snakes, spiders, and 110-degree Australian heat only to fall into a fucking opal mine. That's an embarrassing way to leave the group chat. And speaking of opals, you can actually go noodling here, which, unfortunately, it's not Australian hillbillies wrestling catfish. It's searching through discarded mining material hoping to find pieces of opal that miners missed. And yes, I would absolutely spend 6 hours here doing this while convincing myself every shiny rock is about to pay off my mortgage. So, would I visit? 100%. Would I move here? Abso-fucking-lutely not. I'm from the South. I spent my entire life complaining about humidity. I'm not moving somewhere where the sun is actively trying to kill me. So if you enjoy discovering places that make you immediately stop and ask, wait, people actually live here? Subscribe, because we're going to keep finding every weird, beautiful corner of this planet that nobody bothered telling us about.